Hello, and welcome to Rule the Waves 3 playing as Japan on Super Large Plus Plus. Starting 1890, we've made it to 1898, and we're still at war with Russia alongside Great Britain. There will be battles in this episode, surprise, surprise, and we will also do some design work on a new battleship, maybe a new cruiser. We'll see. So let's jump in. Here we are again. War. But before we dive into the next battle and stuff, we need to talk a little bit about ship design. These are the ships that we are building. These are building locally with bad 8-inch guns just because, well, we needed to build something at home. These are building in Great Britain. So ideally we would like to follow up with something locally, and we have Krupp armor, which is great, but unfortunately we still have nothing of quality -1 that's bigger than a 6-inch gun. So our 7 and 8-inch guns, they suck. And turns out that Great Britain now also can install central range finders in ships, which will of course help a good deal with accuracy. So the temptation to build something, and they have of course Krupp armor, is significant. The tonnage is mostly the same, just a few tons of difference in Great Britain's favor. Nothing to really write home about, but the combination of bad guns and lack of fire control equipment, that sort of forces us over to Great Britain. And we also know from our planning that for the time being, 16 light cruisers, that's all that we want, or we would like more, but battleships and especially heavy cruisers are more important right now. So let's look at a few designs. And this time I will remember to switch out of this view before we actually start playing. So, yeah. Let's get building. Yeah. This is a battleship. It's just a Fuji. We could make it bigger. We can build up to 14,500 now, or 15,000 in Great Britain. So, yeah. If we kept all things the same, but just installed Krupp armor, that would actually be a relatively big upgrade. So just taking the Fuji and making a new class, a Krupp date, like I've written here, to the Fuji, would be okay. It would still mean that we have -2 quality 8-inch guns fore and aft, but those are not our main source of damage anyway, but it's not ideal. We also miss out on installing a rangefinder, but an argument can be made for making one version for both versions, both the local and the British version. But it's starting to feel a little bit sad when you have both bad guns and no central rangefinder installed. So if it was just one of those, yeah, but now it's starting to feel like you're building a bad ship. But that's the battleship. That's all I can do with the battleship right now. Then we have a cruiser, a possible cruiser update. It's actually a update of the ancient Furutaka design that actually was put into design 1 or 2 years into the campaign, but I forgot to change the date tag, so it seems a little bit older than it actually is. These are all built in Great Britain, right? And they have 21 knots of speed. It's nice, not essential, but certainly nice. And this has led me to believe that future heavy cruisers also must be 21 knots, but upon review, 20 knots is absolutely more realistic. Although we can build it bigger than 11,500 tons, if you build it bigger, then you get that, not an error message, but a warning that this will be a struggle for your industry. And we already struggle with shipbuilding, so I'm not gonna go there. We just have to wait until someone, us or someone else, builds a bigger cruiser. It will automatically shift to Krupp armor, of course. But should we stay with protected cruiser, or should we go slope narrow or slope normal? Normal is about 500-600 tons more than narrow at this level of armor and size. Yeah, I think slope narrow and upper belt secondary battery armor is perfect. Like the battleship, it feels like this is a design tradition now in the Japanese Navy, and it's also proving moderately useful at the kind of ranges and calibers we are talking about here. Eventually, this will not be the right way to build ships, but right now I kind of like it. This will definitely be another Great Britain build, unfortunately, because I don't want quality -2 guns and the central rangefinder again. So essentially we'll be building more heavy cruisers in Great Britain. That was not the answer I was looking for actually, but that's what we ended up with. And since we have already decided, we can go here and load the design. No, load the design. CA. What did I go? Takase. Yeah. So there you have it. 20 knots, but sloped deck narrow. And so no longer a protected cruiser, but a true armored cruiser. Armored secondary guns, armored upper belt. Try to keep that superstructure damage down. Still a weakness here with the narrow belt, but can't really make it normal. Then I would have to sacrifice upper belt and secondary gun armor, and then the whole point of this design disappears. Still has those torpedoes and stuff. So building that in Great Britain. Update it so that it actually includes the rangefinder we talked about. Remember that rangefinder only applies to the main battery, so this is not as huge as you'd think it is, but the difference between 8-inch -2 without rangefinder and quality 1 with rangefinder, that's starting to matter. And you can see that our 8-inch quality 1 guns can almost penetrate a 6-inch belt at point blank range. Lots of warnings here, but that's fine. Convoy attacked. Oh, we are declining now. Japanese ship intercepts radar auto-resolve. Russia sunk by Iavate. That's why we were looking at the stats of the Russian cruisers. Because we wanted to make sure that we at least have a reasonable chance of sinking them in terms of our speed to their speed, to avoid escapes, and the caliber of our main guns and so forth. Okay, yeah. But it did its job up in the north there. Should have pulled it back sooner, but I figured it would maybe survive one more. No. Yes, it's the one in Northern Pacific. It's already stressed then. Ah, finally. This does not give us 11 and 12-inch guns of quality -1, but it allows research of them, so it's an important breakthrough. 400-ton destroyers, yes. Fighting continues, yes. Close, close. Oh, no, not close. Tension with China increases. Yeah. Stuff. September. Does the Iwata disappear from the roster? Did. Not often that I have my ships interred. Now they have managed to at least recover some forces here. Russia 3 battleships and lots of light cruisers. Light cruiser. Divisions are fine. So damage Yuga. Okay. We can live with that. Unebi. Okay. Fair enough. Only the... Okay. This has happened twice against China, if you remember. Each time I picked this, the army got its stuff together and captured the territory they were fighting over, so... No. Oh. Explosive shells. Hydraulic riveting. Better. High explosive. Indecisive battle. Patrolling ship. Quartz raiders. Okay, yeah. Could be that communication delays have caused the Russian ships to use longer than usual to reach us. Now they have one heavy cruiser in the battleship and a light cruiser. That's still fine. We have all our ships in service. This on trade protection. Raiders. Yeah. The light cruiser. Battle in support of light forces. Yes, we'll take that, please. Save, please. Yeah. Fresh breeze, so 28 knots. Yeah, if only I could go that fast. Around 2 o'clock, so still some daylight. Can only go 20 knots, that's sad. Why can't they reach their design speed of 21 knots? One to 2%. Turret out of action. Tertiary guns. Sea state, of course, under fire. Crew quality helping out though. What's up? What's up? No, it just... did it take a critical hit to the bridge or something? Bridge damaged, Commander. What's his name? Killed. That's unfortunate. Heavy damage. Okay, it's reattaching, I think. And now we are burning. That's not fortunate at all. Okay, fire 1 and elite crew. We can only hope that it will sort itself out. It is definitely not. Going down to speed 0 can help sometimes. Going full tilt definitely does not help. What is this? Unidentified ship. Still burning. What? Where did this guy come from? I did not see him among the light cruisers. You deserve that. On fire 1. Still not out of the woods. That one is definitely not out of the woods. Nah, it's a gunner. Definitely a gunner. No? This did... It stopped burning! Oh my god, that was close. I had given up on it. I need to view the map. All ships. Okay, so this heavy cruiser was just in a weird little circle over here. I definitely got overconfident duking it out with the enemy light cruisers. Nearly cost me a ship. This one was just me being not too happy about my performance, so I wanted to salvage something. But in the end, it worked out better than it had any right to. So, good work, guys. Good work, guys. Moneron Island, yeah, sure. Drum boiler, nice. Why? How? Yeah, I was being all cute and stuff. Well, let's invade him one more time. There is an element of randomness as well. I would have thought that me repeatedly defeating them, including in battles in support of land combat, would have helped, but the dice gods did not agree. Okay, soon we'll reach a new year. Raid on coastal shipping. Fleet battle, nice. Uso. 7 cruisers, 8 light cruisers. Is this guy doing in my line? This I find very annoying. Didn't I just drag him over here? Had to do some real world stuff. Boring. Very boring. Okay, so cloudy, strong breeze, so that's 22, yes, but I always have to check. It's early in the day, so many hours of daylight. We are far from any base, far-ish from any bases. How far? 200 nautical miles. Cruisers in the front. And support, core. Long Congo line. Congo line. No, that was not funny. I take it back. How many seconds until contact? Yeah. Start very close in this area. This will increase. But for now, let's go to... Okay, so the middle cruiser has contact. That means that I can actually bring them together. Quad max -2. Quad max. More ships. Light cruisers. This could be a light cruiser as well. They're turning. Or are they turning? Transport. The confusion is complete. Just gonna go max here. It's like we have Diana class. Remember those from previous battles. Let's change the angle a little bit. We have to go full tilt here. There is no other solution. They're gonna run. Okay. They are engaging. That's good. Myself a cup of tea. So this is a cloud of light cruisers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As we know from our own cruisers, the hit chance at 8,000 yards is not very high. And only their main battery can reach us anyway. Yeah, so they are shooting maybe 5 6-inch guns, maybe. We have something more incoming. This should be their battleships. Yeah, fleet battle, so definitely battleships. So the hope here now is that we can actually lure them into an engagement. These don't have... Okay, yeah. These light cruisers can now see my lead elements here. Point is, I don't want them to run away when they are 30,000 yards away. We want them to wait. So these light cruisers will go play the battleships and... oh, poor guy. The rest of the light cruisers will also go play, but the heavy cruisers will sort of join the fun. Why are you in the back if you are going 20 knots? We'll get to go 21 knots. No hits, he just decided that he doesn't want to heed my command. Now he wants to. I was kind of hoping to box them in before they do this. Line ahead. Now it's AI control. Thank you, my little stupid friend. So now he's 14 knots after spinning around. And he decided to be screen now. He can be independent at least. Let's go to 19 knots. Let's calm the speed down to 18. No, 19 is better. Oh, the poor guy Fuso is struggling to get into position. The idea here is to overlap the front of his line with my cruisers. That's why they're going full tilt. These guys have one plan, and that is to not get torpedoed. These guys decided to just not respond to commands, but that's fine. That worked well enough. Probably will turn here. Urutaka. Let's see if we can give him some torpedo presents. Ah. Breaking the line, breaking the line. In the line. Whoa, we hit the rear one there, I think. Yes, how nice. Just turret damage. Device doing fine. Shishima. Core. Maybe it can actually follow the other. No. You put it on core and it immediately decides to go fuck off and do something else. Turn together and all the absolute worst moves you could do in this situation. All the things I have to struggle with. Nice. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ho, ho, ho. They don't have the defect that the Great Britain ships do. Let's just call them English ships. That's That's a game effect. This is just standard. You hit the magazine, they blow up. Do, 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 do. This is why I like having 5 torpedoes, because you always have something ready in one arc. I mean, we can't hit anything because hitting is difficult. Speed is low, and yeah. This one has lost 4 turrets, so you'd think it's completely destroyed, but it's just a turret, and this is also a turret. We have taken 1 medium hit in total. So now we have to decide. Let's go this way. No hits, absolutely not surprising or anything, but yeah. Pathaga, no. Bad angle. And it's turning, so. I mean, it's fine for light cruisers to stand in the line of battle against other light cruisers. I think that is definitely doable. Oh my god. Oh, that was not intentional. But we can... Nothing, no. No. 4%. 4%. This is pretty good. This one has taken a little bit of damage, but it's mostly the turrets. Stay behind it so we don't get torpedoed like we did that other time. AI determine tactical stance to procedure per minute. Okay, so the AI or the game has trouble resolving the action of one of the enemy ships. Error like this is what killed me completely another time. Sometimes they just cycle again and again, and you just have to keep enter rest just to, yeah. And sometimes it's a total crash to desktop. Let's finish these two. Okay, it's finally stopped moving, so now we can go play with the other guys. The light cruisers. Okay, what's happening here? Strong gale. Okay. Yeah, time to go home. I didn't notice the wind changing, and I didn't notice that my background music was off. Didn't work. Can't hit anything in this sea state anyway, so... So. But overall, I think it was a good battle. Managed to make contact with them and keep in contact with them and cut them apart. Then deal with their capital units. Not sure if we sank any light cruisers. Certainly damaged some, but I'm pretty sure that... Oh, we actually sank 2 light cruisers. Okay, yeah. It's often hard to see the difference. between, maybe if we set someone on fire. That could be a reason. Oh, that one is just shot to... Oh, flash fire. Yeah, right. I remembered that now. And this one just sank through flotation. Probably took some waterline hits that just slowly filled it with water. These others we just ran down and butchered. So those are always the focus. So having 14, 15 not battleships, that's just a way of handing the player lots of points. And which is a primary reason why my battleships are fast instead of heavily armed. 2 prestige, yay! More prestige for me. Lenong. I think we have had multiple Lenong battles, but enemy gains 100 victory points, yeah. Russians lose a heavy cruiser, not like they have very many. So they have 4 light cruisers now running around Northeast Asia. Okay, good to know. Yeah, this is almost 15-1. That's uncommonly much. We are almost at episode's end, but we'll need to do a very quick overview here. You can see both my cruisers are out in 5 months, so early 1899. My first pair of Fujis are out just a month or 2 after that, so probably there is still going to be war at that time. And these 2 will come along in 15 months, so in well, 1900, very early 1900. And if we now jump over to the Russians, so he's building a lot of small, probably very bad, well, speed 19. Okay, he's learning. Okay, so they are smaller, but more comparable to mine. By the time he gets some of his, I will have all of mine, and suddenly, instead of having a huge advantage in battleship, we have parity in battleships, and it's the same with his heavy cruisers. But he elects to build mostly very small heavy cruisers, so not sure what his plan is there. And his light cruiser force is diminished, but yeah, they are not doing much anyway. They are just running around in circles and taking the odd hit. And if you remember, not too long ago, Russia had twice my fleet. Now we are equal. We are not equal in resources yet. I have almost 13,000. They have more than 17. They build faster, but I sink them faster, so yeah. So there, as we say in Norway. I cannot hit the turn button or anything, because then there would be a battle and we need to get the briefing ready, and all sorts of fun will happen in episode 17. This is 16. And that concludes episode 16. I think I pretty much wrapped it up already. So thank you for watching, and see you again in the next one.